Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, on va parler des verbes ER. We are going to learn how to conjugate a verb today. A couple words you need to know before we get started. Okay, some vocab and grammar terms. First, we've been talking about subjects like je and elle and nous. These are the things doing the action. All right, a verb is the action. Jump, throw, play. And here's our first new term, an infinitive. All right, this is the basic or original form of the verb. This is how you are going to find the verb in the dictionary. This is in a verb that is unconjugated. Okay, so we got to think of infinitives, conjugations. They are opposites. All right, and we're going to learn what it means to conjugate today. In French, okay, you will know the verb is an infinitive because it ends in er, ir, or re. That's how you can tell when you look at a verb that it's an infinitive. And in English, it's translated as to plus the action, like to jump, to throw, to play. So what we're going to learn today is the process of conjugating. And what it means to conjugate is to change the verb to match the subject. So that was a lot of grammar terms here. Let's check it out. All right, we are going to focus today on a group of verbs called ER verbs. All right, and they follow a predictable pattern. All right, you always start with the infinitive. Think of that as the papa verb. All right, that is what you want to start with, the one that ends in ER. Okay, you start with the infinitive. It ends in ER. And then you're actually going to take that ER off. All right, once you have taken the ER off, now you have the stem of the verb. All right, so think of like the stem of a flower, and what you're going to do is you're going to put something on it. In this case, you're going to add an ending to match your subject. So we've learned the subjects. What you need to do now is memorize the endings. So hopefully this chart looks familiar to you. We have our je, which means I, tu for you, il for he or it, elle for she or it. We have nous for we, vous for us, and nous for we, and vous is you, plural, like y'all. And then we have il and elle, plural, for they. So our job is to memorize these endings: e, es, e, ons, ez, and ent. And we have a little dash here because that's where the stem is going to go. All right, and we have a nice little song. E-E-S-E, E-E-S-E, O-N-S, O-N-S, easy E-N-T, easy E-N-T, E-N-T. Sing it and you'll know it. So let's take a look at aimer, the verb to like. Our infinitive is aimer. We take the E off, and here's my stem. So you can see I wrote my stem 6 different times. My ending for the je form is E, so I got j'aime. We have tu aimes, il aime. Notice they're pronounced the same. Nous aimons, vous aimez, ils aiment. So you can see how I've taken the stem and I put my endings on it. Let's take a look at jouer, all right, the verb to play. So I don't want to say I to play baseball. I want to say I play baseball. He plays baseball. So I took my ER off here, all right, and now I have my stem, which I have written out, and then I'm going to add E, ES, E, ONS, easy, ENT. So now my ending matches my subject. Your turn. All right, try out these verbs. So remember, the first thing you're going to do is take off the ER. So our first one is to danse. After that, we have ils étudient. Next, we have elle joue. Then we have je mange. And then we have nous travaillons. There's an ONS at the end there. Just can't move my face. There it is. Okay, we're going to talk about this together, but we have to look out because sometimes the letters they don't make the sounds the way that we want. So, for example, the verb to eat is manger. All right, we want mangeons, but if we did not have this extra E here, it would be mangon, voyagon. We don't want that. So we add an extra E, and it's only for these verbs that have the G in them, the GER. So we'll do a lot of practice with this. We're going to get a little preview on how to make a sentence negative. There are 2 words to do a negative in French instead of not in English, like I do not play baseball. We need a ne and we need a pas. There's a reason there's a dot, dot, dot. It's because our formula is ne plus the verb plus pas. So, for example, je ne danse pas. Elle ne joue pas au foot. Vous ne mangez pas. So you can see I have the verb highlighted, the action, and there's the ne before, and the pas is after. Doesn't matter if there's other words in the sentence. You got to focus on the verb. She's not soccering. She's playing soccer. So play is your verb. So why don't you try these 4? Circle the verb first. Well, if you had paper, you would. All right, so my verb is parlons and nage and travaille and mange. So now that I have the verb, I can put a ne in front and a pas after. For example, nous ne parlons pas. Elle ne nage pas. Tu ne travailles pas. Il ne mange pas. There's a couple more rules about making negatives, but we're going to start with that. And that is all we got for now. Merci. Au revoir.